Welcome to the Focused Orange Podcast. I'm your host, Rene, Diane, and I am so grateful to have you a part of my journey. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about stop avoiding the mirror. A lot of times, all of us own mirrors, but so often we are quick to walk past the mirror other than doing the essential things that we need. I can remember a time when I was first purchasing my house, and I love mirrors in the way that it make things look. And sometimes it can give you a sense of a bigger space, if you will. But as I got older and I started dealing with some things, I kind of despised the mirrors. I didn't want to look in the mirrors anymore because I started seeing some things that I didn't like. And then that negative self-talk started coming about, and it really started pulling me down. So when I took the mirrors down, that was a sense of avoiding seeing what was really going on in life. Now, I can remember as a kid growing up, if you remember the quote from Snow White, the queen, she had the mirror on the wall, and she would say, "Magic mirror on the wall, who's the fondest or fairest of them all?" The fairest one of them all. And so she knew mirrors didn't lie. Therefore, she wanted to take on that positive talk from the mirror, but she was doing it for vainglory. But I want us to stop avoiding the mirror and start looking in the mirror and use it as a means of meditation. I came across Tara Wells. She's a psychologist, and she had come up with the method of mirror meditation, or mirror gazing, if you will. I'm going to have a link in the bio below in the description. But this meditation really helps you to build more confidence and to see yourself differently. And when I tried it, as much as I hated looking in the mirror, I started really seeing that I was not who I used to be, and it wasn't anything else except for I had become unhappy with myself. Many of us become unhappy with ourselves and we don't do anything about it, and we just sit back. So I had made some decisions in life listening to other people, and I followed through with those decisions, but I knew it wasn't what I wanted for my life. And that caused me to fall back into self-doubt. It made me feel like I wasn't worthy anymore. I didn't want to be married, to be honest. So let's just get to it. I didn't want to be married. I wanted to live my life, travel, and have a good time. I thank God for my beautiful daughters. They have been truly good to me. And I thank God for entrusting them in my care. But the point of the matter is that growing up, people would tell my father, "Oh my goodness, you have a beautiful daughter." And he would tell my sister the same thing that he told me. "No, they're not. They're ugly." And I used to sit in the mirror and cry, trying to figure out, why was I being considered ugly? And then I thought maybe it was because of my complexion. Then I started thinking about how society, everyone you've seen back in those days, I'm not going to give my age away, but back in those days was mostly thin women, that were in commercials, in magazines. It wasn't many people of color, to be honest. But now you see all shapes and sizes in the industry of modeling. And it was a little too late because my self-esteem had already fallen short. So even if a person paid me a compliment today, it's very hard for me to digest it. My point to the matter is I started doing this meditation, the mirror gaze meditation. It will allow you to see yourself for who you truly are. Because when we're not hiding behind cell phones and we're not hiding behind these filters, we can get validation for who we truly are. A lot of times we post pictures that don't even look nothing like us. And it doesn't make sense for you to feel good about looking like somebody you're not. Because that means that you don't believe in yourself. You don't trust yourself. I want you to do me a favor. Start looking in the mirror. Yes, as we get older, we're going to get sagging skin. Yes, as we get older, wrinkles will appear. They used to tell me, stop frowning so much. You're going to have wrinkles in your forehead. And I do. I got wrinkles right there. But the point of the matter is this. We have to see ourselves for who we are. And you have to start believing in yourself. Don't count yourself out. You are wonderfully and beautifully made. You were created to be who you are. Don't let people make you fall like you are less than, because you are better than that. You have to train your mind to think better. You have to train your mind to do better. You know, when we see something and we start putting on weight, we can't get mad at anybody else. You keep putting that spoon in your mouth. You have to learn to pull away from the table. If you don't want to pull away from the table, don't be mad because you see a skinny girl walking down the street. If you won't want to be skinny, we have to do something for ourselves. If we don't want to be overweight, we have to do something for ourselves, as well as being diagnosed with a condition, thinking that we're healthy. Things happen unaware. Stress will kill us if we're not careful. But getting back to the point of the matter is, stop avoiding the mirror. I want you to take some time out and see yourself for who you are. I'm going to be dropping a 16 personality test for you to take. I took the test, and God knows it really revealed some things. I'm able to see myself differently, because I wondered, why do you do things a certain way? It's because of my genetic makeup. It's who I am. It is who I am. I am a creative person. I used to wonder, man, why all these ideals keep coming? They come because that's my makeup. That's who I am. I am a creative person. When I take pictures, as I mentioned, taking pictures, I love being behind the lens. But to be in front of the camera, that's the hard part for me. I do not like being in front of the camera. But I'm learning to embrace who I am. I want you too to embrace who you are. Let's get better together. We can grow and learn from one another. When we share our ideals, it's your ideal that can help save somebody else's life. Growing up, I was taught, keep it to yourself. You don't put your business out there. But you know, I'm coming to find out that this platform is here because by me putting my business out there, it's going to help someone else. The symptoms I was going through, it's going to help someone else. So we need to tell our stories. We need our voices to be heard. I would like for you to drop in the chat today. You are going to make a commitment to yourself, that you're going to see yourself for who you are. And if you agree that you want to see yourself for who you are, just put a heart in the chat. Put a heart in the chat, because that's starting out to be self-love. Self-love. We have to love ourselves. And in order to love ourselves, we have to know ourselves. If you don't know someone and you're trying to get in a relationship with them, you're making a big mistake. Because the more you know about somebody, the better the relationship can be. I want us to learn to focus on us. Learn to focus on us. We got to take that time each day to figure out who we are. We need to figure out what we want out of life. And it's never too late to start. Now is the time to get ourselves together. Thank you for joining me on this episode. I would like for you to check out the link of Tara Wells. She worked on she did a TED Talk on the mirror gazing. And I want you to just check out her TED Talk, as well as take this test. And if anything else you don't take from this, learn to love yourself. Thank you for your time today.